Hello, Internet denizens. I've got my brand new Hyundai, and I'm going to be trying out two new features that it's got: brake assist and lane change warning. So let's go and check it out.
Stop! Stop! What the fuck? It's a stop sign!
Who was that person yelling at me in the car? Well, it was Krystyna Lagowski, or do you prefer Chris?
Well, you can Christina, whatever.
And she knows her cars. She wasn't just yelling at me because she wanted to yell at me.
Well, you never know.
Well, that could be true.
That's fun. Always fun to
But
yell.
she's a television personality and an internet personality.
I'm more of an internet personality. I'm what you call a social media influencer and an automobile journalist.
And what's the name of your automobile persona?
It's drivelikeagirl.ca. And what I do with that is I take an irreverent view of the car industry and various vehicles.
And you test cars.
I test cars. I have a lot of fun. I have probably way too much fun.
Yeah, I've read a lot of your posts. You have a very interesting approach to reviewing cars. It's not the same as the testosterone-laden
No, because I like
male writers, if I can say that.
Yes, it's more of an experiential thing. We always like to have an adventure because, as you know, it happens to me. Just, I don't know where or how or why, but I find myself in unusual situations.
So you were at the auto show just now this year.
I was.
And what did you like there?
What did I like? Well, I liked a lot of things, mostly for odd reasons. There was a Porsche Singer.
Like a Singer sewing machine?
Not a Singer, no. Singer is also a performance improvement garage. But what I really liked was the upholstery because it was this very cool 60s plaid.
Wow. Well, the thing I don't like about the auto show is that they don't let me get in the car and drive it around.
Oh, actually, they do. They do.
No, but I mean like in the facility, so people are jumping out of the way like in the movies. See, that's what I would like. I would like people jumping out of the way. Like in every single movie, a car always jumps over the curb and is like going down and always hitting fruit stands.
It's just a matter of time, though.
Fruit stands. Where do they get all these fruit stands in the movies?
It's always a fruit stand, isn't it?
Isn't it? Always.
That's what's missing at the car show is fruit stands.
And
because they had everything else.
If they had fruit stands and they have people there, and they would be diving out of the way as I was screaming down in my Dodge something.
Your Hellcat.
My Hellcat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
My Hellcat.
Do you want now? If you want, I can suggest that to because I know the guy.
Can I ask if do they still have car babes at the show?
They do. They don't have that many.
And how do you feel about that?
Well, I'm fine with that because
Okay.
they make a lot of money doing that. If I was younger and perhaps a little more shapely or whatnot, and had whatever
Taller. I think taller. That's all.
maybe taller. Yeah.
You know what they meant?
It is the fifth most emotional purchase you can make in your life. Don't ask me what the other four are, but I do know it's the fifth most emotional.
I think number 3 is 3-ply toilet paper.
That could be, yeah.
Because
that would
it's
make
so
sense.
comfy.
Well, and why would you want to put anything else near your butt?
I think so.
You want to be good to your butt.
They should have 3-ply toilet paper cushioning on cars.
I think some of them do. When you get into like the higher end, like the German cars
yes,
especially, it would be the kind of thing that they would think of.
Well, they have built-in ass wiping.
Oh, I like that.
That would be good.
That would be a great feature
That would be
on
a
car.
fantastic feature.
I'd like to see that on a car.
So do you enjoy writing about cars?
I love it. I've gotten to the point in my life where I can't do anything else.
So it's 2017. What's the most interesting car
Coming up?
coming up? Yeah, coming up.
Well, for me, but I'm a little biased here. The new 2007. It's 2007. Yeah, Mazda Miata retractable fastback.
Oh.
So that's like my car. And actually, I went to the car show, and there were a couple of guys that were sitting in my car, and I said, you're sitting in my car.
You mean, is that like the SLK Mercedes thing where the hood retracts? Is that what you mean?
Hood retracts. Yeah.
Okay, that's what you mean
It's retractable hard fastback.
Right.
Yeah. It's very sexy, and the Miata is the most fun you can have with your pants on, and not pay like a lot of money, and not worry about killing yourself, because it's not so much about speed; it's the handling. And I've always said that you can pay oodles and oodles of money for one of these exotic cars, But then you have to worry about,
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want it to get scratched. You don't want it, and it's so much power.
The thing I have nightmares about when I'm driving is stopping in downtown Toronto where they have one of those squeegee people
Oh, yeah.
who are covered in nipple rings and lip rings and chin rings, and if they're going to lean over and scratch the finish of my car. I have
yeah.
nightmares about that.
I got one of those when I was in the last time I had an MX-5, the Miata. And I just looked at him and I yelled at him, "Don't you dare!" And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, we have to breathe the same air." And I always turn on the windshield wipers. There's a tip for you: turn on the windshield wipers when you see one of those guys and they can't come near you.
Well,
Discourages
Chris,
them and yell.
you're fantastic.
Oh, aren't you sweet?
Oh,
So are you.
Well, we need to do this again. And
Yeah.
I've not done any of these vlogs on my porch. Maybe I should
The
start a
porch is
series.
in February. That's
It's February.
He's such a good host.
That's right. We're calling this the Porch Vlog series from now on.
There you go, yeah.
So thank you very much.
Well, thank you. That was a delight as always.
And thanks for helping out with the silly little.
Oh, my pleasure. I didn't even
name-changing.
get. I was gonna speak Polish, but I didn't. So.
I speak Polish now.
Oh, do widzenia.
Yeah, you too.